fam dolls, welcome back to our channel. I hope you guys are all fabulous today. I have been MIA this week, so I'm a little bit late getting my videos up. That's because I quit my job. But no fears, no fears. I already have another one. Things just, were not working out where I was, so I made the conscious decision to leave and just had to do what I had to do. So I will be starting my new job on Monday, but I wanted to just take some time for me and sort things out, and plus I was dealing with getting the new job. So, but I'm back and better than ever, and I've got an awesome little mini haul for you today. When I say mini, I mean I literally only bought a couple things, but these couple things are things that I've really been wanting, and one of them is a brand new item that I'm sure you guys have all either seen already or have been wanting to see, so at least to get a real review by somebody who's not on their PR list. Not saying that the reviews from people who are on their PR list are fake, but you know that it's unbiased if it's from a smaller, realer YouTuber. So with that being said, let's get into our little Ulta haul. So let's go through this together. There's just my packing slip and the little extra samples they send in here. But I'm going to just go ahead with the first thing, the main event, the whole reason I even went online to Ulta, which is the Norvina palette. So I'm a collector of all of the ABH palettes, and of course when this one came out, I had to have it. Like, had to. The color scheme is so wearable and it's just so beautiful. I love this purple. I think it's so beautiful, and the purple theme is great for all eye shades. Ooh, I was like nervous. I hate like having stuff shipped, but it's not available in stores yet. It's only available online. I think in a few days it will be available in stores, but I know you guys have seen it everywhere. But here is the fabulous Norvina palette. I'm always nervous to ship things because I'm always so scared that it's going to be in pieces, especially eyeshadows when they get here. So very fortunate this made it to me. I really don't care if everything else in the box is broken. This is the one thing that I went online specifically to get. So I want to go ahead and dip in and do some swatches with you guys, and maybe I'll do a quick little look at the end for you. So it comes with, as you can see here, it comes with 6 of the shimmers and 6 of the mattes, and I love that they do that. And I feel like, the color story is, there's infinite looks here. This color especially is one I've been dying to see, and that one, and well, really all of them. And I love the whole orangey tan looks. Those are like my favorite shadows. So I'm gonna go ahead and swatch these for you, and I'm going to go ahead and start with the top row of shimmers. So okay, you guys, so here is the shimmers. This one is Dreamer, then we have Summer, and then we have Wild Child, which the camera does not do this justice. This is the most beautiful goldy pink, and you can't even see the gold really on here. It is stunning. And then we have Rose Gold right there, and this color I could not wait, Celestial. Ugh, so freaking gorgeous. And then we have Dazzling, which is, to me, kind of in person it looks like a lighter, a little bit more goldy shade version of Rose Gold. This Rose Gold is really pretty in person too. My camera really does not do it justice. And then we have Drama, which I feel like there was a purple in, I want to say it was Subculture, that wanted to be this, like a matte version of this, but ended up looking very black. Now, right off the bat, these are all extremely pigmented, extremely soft. So when you get soft pigmented shadows like that, there is going to be a lot of fallout and kickback a lot of the times. So especially that's not uncommon with ABH shadows. So you just have to barely dip in and just work your way with it, which I'll do a little quick look at the end for you guys and you can see how they perform. But yeah, that's typical with ABH shadows. Okay, so here we have the mattes. The first one, which is kind of my skin tone, is called Base, and it actually has a light little sheen to it. I don't know if you guys can kind of see it. And then this color right here, this is Soul, and this one is Everything. And then we have this Teddy Bear Brown, which is called Incense. And then we have Love, which I feel like this is the perfect name for this pink. It just looks like love. And then we have Volatile, which is this taupey brown. And then this orangey tan color is Eccentric, which is probably one of my favorite matte colors besides the purple. And then we also have Passion, which is this kind of rusty reddish brown color. So the mattes were also very, very creamy, very, very soft, very pigmented, to be quite honest. I wasn't sure what to expect, especially with these two lighter purpley pink colors. Like, I really did not know what to expect. But overall, you guys, I am really, really happy with these. Amazing, amazing, amazing. And I can't wait to dig into it and just lather them all over my eyes. So just off of first swatch, and I know you can't really judge swatches. They're not always correct when it comes to eyeshadows, but if you've used, you know, either the Soft Glam or Modern Renaissance, this really feels exactly the same. It feels like they've gone back to the correct formula and the correct pressing. I didn't care for Subculture. I did not care for Prism, you know, but they finally, with Soft Glam and Norvina, did a great job. So, at the end, stay tuned. I'll do a quick little look with this, but I'm going to get into what else I got. Everything about, like, kind of filming, being lazy and filming on my little, you know, in my living room, is the lighting kind of sucks in here. But I don't want to go set up my cameras and everything, so we're just going to move on and deal with the lighting the way it is. But anyway, the next thing I got finally, which is an oldie but goodie, it's one of the first ColourPop shadows palettes that they did, was the Yes Please palette. And I didn't pick it up initially because I felt like I already had all of these colors, which I do because I have the Natasha Denona, what is it, the Sunlight palette, and this is like almost a complete dupe of that. But I really, really, really love these colors for summer, and I love ColourPop's formula. I just really love it, and I don't always like to reach for my Natasha Denona because it is so expensive. And see, my lighting just keeps changing, you know, but I don't always like to reach for my Natasha Denona because it is so expensive, so I do try to make those palettes last as long as possible. So this is a great one for kind of more everyday use. So I wanted to swatch these for you guys. These palettes are only, I want to say, like $15–16. They're very inexpensive, and a lot of times ColourPop, if you go on their site, they'll have $5 off, or you can, God, this freaking lighting. Or you can go on their website. They have $5 off if you sign up with your email, or a lot of times they have really great sales. So I'm going to swatch these really quick. Okay, so I have all of the swatches. The first one is Full Zip, and that's the more bone color. And then we have, what is this, Big Cocktails. I love this color. Like I said, I love orange colors. I do. And then we have this peachy color, Champs. And then we have Bling, and then we have this gorgeous color right here, Louis, which is unlike really any color I've ever seen before. It's like a reddish oranges with a gold overlay. It's really pretty. And then we have your basic light gold, which is Butter Cake. And then we have this red, which is Spoiled. Now, mind you, I only swatched these, like went in and then just swiped up once. I didn't go over any of these. So some of these may look a little bit dragged, but I promise they are great quality. And then we have GNO, which I have no idea what that means. And then we have Mischief, which, we already know yellows this summer are everything to me. And then we have my favorite, like, Teddy Bear Brown, which is Note to Self, which is a great transition color. Then we have this gorgeous orange gold, which is called Chauffeur. And then we have your basic, like, brown, deep brown matte color called French Kiss. So these are the Yes Please eyeshadows all swatched out. And like I said, there's such a great buy, and I've slowly started to collect all of the ColourPop pressed eyeshadows. I already have a big collection of their Super Shock shadows, which I highly recommend. They're absolutely phenomenal. They're what drew me into ColourPop in the first place, and their pressed shadows are freaking amazing. And that just tells me, because they have such a great price point, that tells me that these drugstores really need to step their game up, and some really have. If a brand like ColourPop, which is a smaller indie brand, from the gate has come out with the price point that they have and made such amazing quality products, why can't these big corporations for the same price point? You know what I mean? I'm just saying. You guys know what I mean. All right, so I got one other thing from Ulta, which I will share with you guys. This was on sale, so I picked it up. It's the Pure Quick Pro palette. And as you guys, if you've been with me for a little bit, you guys know I've recently become obsessed with Pure products. Their eyeshadows, especially the eyeshadow palettes, are phenomenal. And they have a concealer also, which is, I think it's called like the Disappearing Ink. I got a trial size of it and I fell in love with it, and I still need to go pick that up. But this was on sale. I think I paid like $5 for it, and it's just this little portable mini compacts that are great to throw in your purse. And if anybody who knows me like personally knows, I don't leave the house without a makeup bag like this that like carries everything, that if I had to wash my entire face off, I can do my entire face all over again. So these are the little sculpting palettes. Now if I can figure out how to freaking open them. God, these are kind of a pain to get open though. Oh, these are gorgeous. So it looks like it's a lot of highlighters and like one bronzer, to be honest. Okay. So I don't know. Let me see here. Okay, I get it. So this one is supposed to be the Sculpt and Go Quick Pro palette on the Go contour palette. And that is it right there. This you're definitely going to have to be very, very fair for. I don't even think this would be good on medium skin tone. Luckily, I'm fair enough. That's supposed to be the matte highlight shade. Then they have a basic glittery highlight shade, and then the bronzer in the middle. And then we also have this little mini palette, which is a palette full of highlighters. And I love the Pure highlighters. So let me swatch these highlighters for you. These are not, at least off of first swatch, not as pigmented or glittery. These are a little bit more subdued than the other highlighters from them I've used that I've gotten in palettes and whatnot. These are a little bit more subtle, but very, very pretty still. Yeah, they're okay. They're not bad. They'll definitely get used if I need a touch-up. But I think it's great. They're like the size of a credit card. And you just throw them in your purse and go. And then we have the little bronzy palette. There is this one, which is very light. So I would say this one's more a matte highlight. Oh, whoa. Actually, I take that back. So this is all really bronzy. That looks like, if you see this, this looks really like a bone color, but when you put it on, it's a lot darker. This is like the Hula Light, I guess. And then we have, I guess, a medium shade, which these are really creamy too. I've got to hand it to them. Pure has a really great formula, and I feel like they are undersold, like, by a lot. So it's not too much of a difference. This one seems a little bit more orangey, and this one is a little more taupey. So that's the biggest difference from those that I see. And then we have like a shimmery bronze color, which the shimmer doesn't look overpowering. It just looks like it's got some light reflex to it. It's not too shimmery. It actually, maybe it is. Looks a lot more shimmery on than it did in the pan. But yeah, I'm interested to try these out. They're very, very nice. They're so soft that they actually feel like they are almost cream at first when you touch them, but they're definitely powder, absolutely powder. And the highlights, like I said, this little gold one is very, very faint. They're just very faint highlights, and so if you like a natural, more natural highlight, these can definitely be blended out to a nice, pretty sheen, which I think is really nice. So, oh yeah, that's beautiful. So if you like more of a natural thing, they're on Ulta's website right now for like freaking $5. I know I didn't pay more than $5 for them, and it's like, how can you pass that up? So yeah, that was everything that I got from Ulta. Like I said, it was a really, really tiny haul, but I had to have that Norvina palette. So I'm going to do a quick little look for you guys using the Norvina palette, which is why I didn't put on any eyeshadow. So I'm going to take my lashes off real quick, and we'll get this look going for you. First, I'm going in with Incense as my transition color. When I first put my brush to the pan, I barely even touched it, and it gave off so much pigment. But as you can see, it is blending out like a flippin' dream. I don't think any of these have ever blended out as good as these have. So then next I'm going to go in with Soul, which is one of the colors I could not wait to use. And I'm going to do kind of a halo-y type effect. So I'm taking that all the way in. And like I said, I'm barely dipping in at all, like barely touching my brush to the palette so I don't get that kick up, and just blending and blending. And then as I need more, I just continue to build up. And then I'm taking Celestial, and I'm going to do it first on one side with no spray or anything on the brush, so that way you can see how the color payoff is dry, like completely dry. And the color payoff is amazing, but there is some fallout, which is typical with most shimmers. So on the other eye, I'm just going to spritz my brush a little bit and then go in, and literally the color payoff is exactly the same. The only difference is there is absolutely no fallout, and I didn't tap my brush off or anything. There's just no fallout because they're wet. So I recommend doing that. And then for my brow bone, I'm just using base to highlight my brow bone. And then I'm going to go back in with Soul on my lower lash line and just bring that all the way in and blend that all the way to the inner corner. And then we're going to go back in with Celestial, and we're going to just put that on the middle part of our lower lash line just to brighten up the eye a little bit more. And as you can see, it just opened up that eye just a little bit more. And for our inner corner highlight, I'm going to use Dreamer and just pop that right in there. And voila, that is it for the shadow. So we're going to just put on some mascara and coat the lashes and get them ready for some falsies, and pop my falsies on and go and be done. That is all you need. But if you want to do liner, you definitely can. I just didn't feel like doing it today at all. Okay, so I had to go change and put some lipstick on real quick because the green shirt really wasn't going with the look. You know what I mean? But this is the final little quickie look that I did with the Norvina palette, and I must say, this might be my favorite ABH palette of all time so far. The shimmers, as you saw, there was some fallout from the shimmer side that wasn't wet, but when I wet it down, there was no problem with fallout whatsoever. So if it's an issue for you, then just tap off your brush or spray it down. To be honest, fallout's really not an issue for me. It doesn't really bother me. So if you are someone that it does bother, just go in very, very light and then tap off. And voila, I don't think you'll have a problem. But the mattes gave me no fallout whatsoever. And I used 2 of them and no fallout, not a single speck, not a drop. And I barely had to literally touch my brush to the color. Don't swirl it, none of that, but barely touch it and then go. I mean, that's how ABH palettes are, and you don't have to be a pro to use them, but they are a higher end shadow and you've got to be a little bit more delicate. You don't just dig in like you have to with some of the cheaper ones to get them to come up. So just keep that in mind with these palettes. But overall, I mean, take a look at this one more time. One more time. This palette is so worth it. You know, there's a few palettes coming out right now that are higher end, more expensive, that I frankly don't think are really worth it. That I frankly don't really think are worth getting, but this is definitely one. And I'm not just saying that because I collect all of them, whether they're bad or good, as we know with Subculture and Prism. But I'm saying that because this one really is probably one of their best ones yet. I love it more than Modern Renaissance. I love it even more than my Soft Glam palette so far. I just think there's so much more that I can do with this. It's beautiful. And I'm excited to go add it to my collection. So if you guys got it, I want to see some of your looks. Give me some inspo with what you guys are coming up with, or you know, if you kind of create something like this, tag me in it. I would love to see it. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys right now, and I will be back with an awesomely funny video this Sunday. My husband is going to be a part of this one, and that man's freaking hilarious. So if you have seen us together before, you're definitely going to want to see this one. Yeah, so have a good weekend, you guys, and I will see you guys Sunday. Bye.